Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more BeamNG Drive. Over here in beautiful Nevada, blue skies, clouds floating overhead. It is a beautiful day for some vehicular tomfoolery. I wanted to try something different today. I want to do some crashes, but today I wanted to do something involving rocks again. Let me ask you boys something. Guys, remember Final Destination? My wife and I often have conversations when we're following behind vehicles with large loads upon them, wondering what would happen if the load suddenly, fell off the back of the truck or the dump truck or the big rig. Well, today we're gonna find out. As the big rig, which I have replaced with a giant supercharged, turbocharged BS bullcrap engine that it probably shouldn't have, races down the roadway only to be followed by many vehicles. On it, tons of rock. And one that got away. Don't worry, he'll be back eventually. What will happen when the rock flies across the roadway while being pursued at very high speeds by various vehicles? The classic white BeamNG truck will be a perfect test. What the hell? What are you doing? Are you trying to escape? I got freaking rocks trying to escape over here. Told you I'd get that big ass rock in the back of this thing. So here we go, traveling down the road. White BeamNG truck starting to kind of close in. But what should suddenly happen? Yes, suddenly the dump truck begins to flex its muscle. What will happen when all the rocks begin piling out at high speeds? It is smashy time, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Actually, that very first giant-ass rock there totally obliterated the white BeamNG mobile and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It kind of just did a giant flip off of it. I don't even know why. The rest of these rocks didn't even have to play that much of a part, luckily. I think that one rock over there is something like 11,000 pounds or like 19,000 pounds, this rock right here. So when this rock gets in your way, it definitely does some freaking damage. If that rock takes up too much of the fun though, we'll remove it and keep the smaller rocks in. This way the smaller rocks can get a good time to do some things. Oh yeah, the smaller rocks are fantastic for catching old axles and tires there and the like. And the white BeamNG truck has finally had enough as two friggin' rocks somehow got themselves lodged inside of its wheel well. I got rid of some of the big rocks. I thought I'd give the smaller rocks their time to shine. Let's see what it's like over here as the giant, there it goes. Oh yeah, a nice trail of rocky destruction for this poor bastard. And there he goes, baby. Commence the flippage. Worked pretty good. Got a tire going off there. I think it's still on. Do we consider that tire to still be a part of the vehicle? We'll consider it to be a part. That one's not. Don't know where that one went. Why don't you go ahead and just calm your engine there, homie? Let's take a look at the destruction for the most part. These rocks are doing really well. I think what would be even better though is if a super fast vehicle was following the dump truck when it was dropping all of its rocks. That, I think, would go over very well. The Barstow moving speedily as suddenly the cargo begins to spill out of the vehicle in front of it. What will happen? I'll tell you. There it is. That was a pretty decent hit right there. Couple of rocks gonna be getting under the frame, causing a little bit of liftage. No big deal. That very first rock is definitely one of the absolute most damaging. I think what I might do is I might even remove, oh my god, look at what happened to this thing. I might even remove that first rock, that really, really big one, this thing right over here. I might replace it with just smaller rocks, like maybe ones around this size. Nothing too big. Maybe, 1,000 pounds or so, something like that. There we go. Got rid of a couple of the really, really big rocks. Thought I'd let these smaller guys have their time in the sun. Let's go check them out here. There we go. Look at them spill across the roadside. Oh, the Barstow just gets hammered by a couple of rocks here and there, flying on inside, starting to do a full spin. The front left quarter panel seems to be peeled off the vehicle. But other than that, it's still drivable. Don't know where the door went. Door is somewhere magical. Not exactly sure. Oh, look at this random piece of vehicle. Oh, there it is. Well, I found the door. All right, boys, we're in hot pursuit. Let's do this in first-person view. Should look pretty cool to see all the rocks come flying. Definitely doing a good job catching up. 110 miles an hour, getting a little bit of air right there. No big deal. Looks like the road's pretty clear, right? Wrong, sucker. There it is. One rock, I think. Only one rock took us straight out right there. Now, the big thing is if I can get it to the point, and I'm gonna tell you something. A scenario like this is actually quite the pain in the ass to set up. If I could get it so that the car is like just barely starting to close that distance when the gate of the dump truck starts tipping back, I think that would look the best. This go-fast car should do excellent at catching up. Let's see how it does in this particular chase. The beautiful cinematic view of the super fast mobile coming up behind it. Hold on here, let's see what happens. Oh yes, the rocks are just barely starting to spill. Look at that right there. Caught it right in midair when it was coming over the ramp. That was actually really cool. There goes the spoiler flying. I think this is called the Covette, is that right? I'm gonna have to take a double look at that real quick. But holy crap, mid-air hit. That engine is definitely doing not real. Wow, look at it, it's still trying to drive. It is still trying to drive, it's driving the wrong damn way. It's pissed off at the rocks, that's what it is. It's like, you did this to me. So now it's going after the rocks. I'm sorry, this was called the Civetta Bolide. Oh, the names of these cars in BeamNG are so wacky. Anyway, we're flying back up to this thing. Probably can't see it from here, but the back end's starting to tip up. There it is. Down come the rain of rocks. This is gonna be bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're getting seasick now, boys. Are you? Actually, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't even a real full flip. Let's take a look, though, at what ended up happening over here. Yeah, that was a pretty direct hit on the rocks. The front end looking beat. The dual exhaust is not helping you now, is it? And the rain of litter. What is that? Is that a light? Is that a side view mirror? Sure is. Side view mirror now and again, just lay it on the ground. You know how it is. Maybe a couple pieces of bumper. Stick it inside of the rocks. The rocks consistently claim pieces of vehicle. The sad disdain that these rocks hold for creatures like the Bolide are not easily dealt with. I went ahead and put 2 vehicles involved in the chase. Now, let's see how well they do. Up comes the freaking back end of the brutality of the dump truck. Stones starting to pour out. First one's in, and it ramps. Oh, that's freaking sweet. Full ramp, look at it follow the rocks. Ah, that's awesome. What's gonna happen to this guy over here? This critter's already in a roll. Oh, the secondary one just got eviscerated by rocks. Pieces of the body of the car are going flying. Total destruction. I think, I'm not sure if that one's gonna be fully able to run. This guy over here is still giving it a go. Actually, his vehicle looks pretty good. He did that initial flip and roll, but other than that, I think he recovered fairly well. Now, you may be saying, Gray, what about the silver bullet? Can you use the silver bullet? You guys love the silver bullet. Yeah, we can use the silver bullet. Oddly, I re-downloaded the mod. I've got the best engine in it and the supercharger and everything. It just doesn't seem to be as fast as it used to be. I remember the silver bullet catching speeds of like 200 miles an hour, but now it struggles. Silver bullet starting to catch up. Here come the rocks, boys. Oh God, I think the silver bullet's gonna get there. It got there. And now it's getting the rocks, baby. Now it's getting a healthy helping of rocks. Although, it appears to have blown right through the rocks. Well, sort of. A couple of the rocks are stuck in the rear wheels over here. And now the rear wheels are all locked up. The silver bullet has no chance in hell. Yes, once again, the Blue Beauty gets away with its legion of rock followers. You boys remember the Queensland police? I feel that the Queensland police definitely deserve a shot. They are, holy crap, they're fast as hell. I hope I can get this thing off in time because, oh, they're flying up the rear end right over here. Come on, rocks. Go, 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 go. Oh, the Queensland police is way faster than I had previously anticipated. Well, there you go. There's all the rocks in one shot. I didn't even get to drop them. Holy Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I might have to prematurely ejaculate some rocks a little bit faster than I had previously anticipated, thanks to Queensland over here and their sheer speed. All right, Queensland's begun the chase, which means I need to release the rocks freaking now. Queensland, moving at speed, coming at the dreaded dump truck, when suddenly the shower of rocks begin to fall on the roadway, and we are at a fantastic speed for pain and suffering. There it is. And the rocks have done fantastically at completely and utterly disabling this particular police vehicle as the rear hatch crumples in on itself. Queensland doing a full roll, coming to a stop. Only one front tire, well, it's not even in commission. The front tire is completely obliterated. Why don't you go ahead and take a couple days off, Queensland? I think you really deserve it. Oh, Queensland police. Hold on, let's get a nice right there. With honor we serve. Indeed you do, except for the rear view mirror kind of coming into your chiclets there. Other than that, though, I think that the Queensland police vehicle has performed quite admirably on this day. All right, I made an executive decision. More rocks of a small and medium variety. We're gonna try this. So more rocks in general, just a slightly smaller. Don't worry, there's still thousands of pounds. And a faster car. And a longer straightaway. Let's see how it does over here. The car that's following right now is very, very, very fast. I imagine it will be. Yep, there it comes. Let's go ahead and start tilting now. Start tilting now. Oh, here it comes, baby. Here it comes. Yes. The rocks have begun spilling. The rocks have begun spilling. There's the first one. Oh, yeehaw, baby. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Oh, we've got a rock that has lodged itself beautifully into the side of this majestic, beautiful roll cage encased car. And actually that one single rock, well, a bunch of rocks ended up hitting it, but that very first rock with the debris flying through the air, sparks glistening in the sunlight. This very first rock was the one that spelled the demise of the Jim Kata car, whatever the hell this thing is called. You boys remember Jim Kata from back in the day? Remember that movie? Oh, there's a good 80s one. I'm pretty sure it was 80s. Not gonna lie, I had to know what would happen if we did 2 of these cars. Twice the crashing, I would imagine, plus any rocks that are missed by the first one should get caught by the second. Oh, looks like there was already some debris on the roadway that I hadn't counted on. Well, crap. That is a problem right there. I wonder if the second vehicle, well, it did clear the rocks out of the way for the second vehicle. I think the second vehicle may make it there. Maybe not. No, this guy is still tumbling through the air, doing some beautiful triple axles and such vehicle style. Yeah, the second one I think is gonna make it. Oh God, maybe he's gonna crash into the first. I think the first one's trying to recover. It is desperately trying to recover. This is so bad. Oh, it's a swing and a miss. Just barely too. Oh God, it's moving so fast. I'm trying to get the dumper moved, but it's not gonna be in time. This thing's going like 200 miles an hour. Look at it slowly tilt. This thing's moving so incredibly fast right now. Oh yeah. Pile the rocks on, baby. Pile the rocks on. Let them have all of it. Let them have all of it. Oh wow, the hydraulics are actually crushing the car too. Although the roll gauge, like I said, is protecting it quite a bit. Look at this one rock sitting right on that spoiler. How is this even possible? Oh wow, the road is just littered with rocks. Is this car over here still trying to move? I don't know if this guy is still, no, he's out of commission. All right, Let's see how the timing is. It's looking pretty good. Oh, God almighty. Hold on. Oh, the field of rocks. Oh, the field of pain. Look at the rocks. A lot of them are just actually inside the car. Oh, is that the battery over there? This is bad. All right, here we go. What do you got for me? Yeah! Full ramp off the rocks into a death spin. And the spin is glorious. Oh, it's like a corkscrew spin right over there. There we go. Couple of tires flying around. This car over here has managed to procure about half a dozen rocks from the actual dump truck. That's very interesting. Still valiantly pushing forward, though. I almost feel like this would be an impossibility. I feel like right now, what we're seeing is fairly unrealistic. I wanted to try something different. So I've got two big rigs now following the dump truck. I wonder how they'll survive through the rock storm of pain. Alrighty, bomb is away. The flap is coming up. You can see one rock is already down, and there comes the rest of the pain train. Oh yeah, the rocks fluttering down the roadway. Here we go. Oh, wow. Holy crap, the rocks just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed the tires on the cement mixer. The Road King or whatever it is in the background, though, looks to be okay because the cement mixer took a brunt of the damage, although it's not moving anymore. What the hell happened? What happened? Did a rock? Oh no, rocks are caught up inside of the wheel well. That'll do it every time. And the dump truck manages once again to make a successful getaway in the land of the Matrix Highway. Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of BeamNG. I just wanted to try something new with these rocks. What I really need to do is I need to find, like, rebar. I want, like, a rebar mod where there's, like, a ton of flying rebar that comes out of a truck. That would be pretty good. The timing on this is actually really hard. You don't actually get to see it on the camera, but off camera, the timing is pretty hard. And you got to keep moving these rocks around because the rocks like to shimmy and jive toward the rear of the freaking dump truck and come out of their own volition. Anyway, hope you guys still enjoyed it. Till the next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.